Hey y'all, it's Betsy from Cuttin Corners Vinyl in Nederland, Texas, and today we have a fun video for you. Today we are going to be using Silhouette Studio and our Silhouette Cameo, and we're going to learn how to use the subtract feature in Silhouette Design Space, in Silhouette Studio. Now, what you're going to need for today's tutorial are your vinyl, which I'm using all three colors are Thermoflex Plus, which we are using green apple, ice gray, ocean blue. Your shirt, which I am using a LAT toddler football shirt, and this is in camo. These will be up on the website in the next day or two. Should be up by Wednesday, hopefully. We're trying to get all the sizes because these run all the way from infants up to adult 3Xs. So you can get the same style shirt to match everybody, and we're making this one for my nephew. You're also going to need your Easy Weeding wooden pick, your t-shirt guide, your Teflon sheet, and your heat press. Now my heat press is preheated to 330 degrees for 15 seconds. And if you'll give me a moment to get the camera angle changed, I will show you everything that we are going to do today. Okay, so for today's tutorial, we are going to be using this Boy Can Hunt. This is a free file from Love SVG. And if you're wanting to use this file as something to sell, you do need to purchase a commercial license because, as you can see, it says right here that this is for personal use only. You can obtain either a single-use commercial license, which is just for that file only, a yearly commercial license, which is access to all their 6,300 files for a year, and you can resell them, or you can do the $129 access, and that enables you to have access to all their 6,300 plus SVGs, and whenever they add new ones to the free section and have commercial use of them. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to download the zip. Now remember, that is I do earn a small commission on it, so just so you know, if you download it off of my link, I do earn money off of it. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and go to my downloads folder right here, and we're going to go down to the zip file that says This Boy Can Hunt. As you can see, I have a ton of right here. Okay, we're going to go up here, and this is how you unzip files. We're just extracting them, and they're going to be in the same space. Okay. Now it is extracted into my downloads folder. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is we're going to go to File, Open, and this is the Boy Can Hunt SVG. And you can either choose the DXF, which if you don't have Designer Edition, you can use the DXF file, or you can take and use just the SVG. So let's go ahead and open up the DXF file. Okay, so as you can see, here is the file. And whenever you import in those DXFs, as you can see, it brings them in without any color. That is part of the reason why I like to use the SVG. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and open up the SVG. Okie dokie. So as you can see, and I'm not sure exactly why my mat changed orientation. So, okay. There we go. Okay, so now my orientation is back to normal. So since I am making a toddler size shirt, the first thing I want to go ahead and do is adjust this down. I'm making this 8.5 inches wide, which makes it 7 inches tall. Now, what I want to go ahead and do now is we're going to go ahead and ungroup. And we're going to ungroup again. And we are going to select that green layer up at the top. I don't want that on my design. So as you can see, that is what we are left with. Now, I am going to use an ice gray because I'm doing this on a camo shirt for the letters. And I'm going to do, let's go ahead and ungroup our eggs. And I'm going ahead and changing the colors. This is going to be like a limey green. And then that's going to be like a cerulean blue. Okay, so that is pretty much our color scheme for it. Now I'm going to take the text menu icon and I'm going to take and add my nephew's name to one of the eggs, and then we're going to also take and add the date for 2019. Okay, so I've typed out his name. Now I'm going to go ahead and I've selected all of my letters. We're going to change fonts. And I think I want to do cleared on black. Okay, so as you can see, that is a nice bold font. And this can be pretty much any color. And I'm going ahead and welding that together, so now that is one piece. Go ahead and group it. Okay. Now we're going to move this over to the egg, and we're going to shrink it down. Oh, grab the egg instead of the... And we're going to rotate this until it fits in the egg. So we need to shrink it down a little bit more. Okay, that looks pretty centered with the egg. Okay. Now, we're going over here to our modify panel, and we're going to select both the egg and Aubrey's name, and we're going to click subtract all. Now, as you can see, his name is cut out. It is that simple. We can delete that now. So now it is cut out of the blue color. Now we're going to go back to our text icon. We're going to type out 2019. Yep. Almost forgot. Go back to our color. Make it black. Go to text. Okay, select all of that. We're going to use the same font that we just used, which is the cleared on, which that's just a basic Windows font. So pretty much everybody has that. There we go. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is weld it and then select it again and group it. Now I'm going to shrink that down to where it will fit on the egg. And we're going to go back over here to our subtract, or sorry, our modify window. And we're going to go ahead and select both the green and the black again. And we're going to click subtract all. Now we're going to grab our number and delete that, and it is ready to cut. So now what I want to go ahead and do is move that up to the corner. And we're going to go ahead and send this to cut. Okay. So what we're going to go ahead and do is send our gray layer first, and then we'll just go back and choose each color. Oh, you know what I almost forgot to do? Let's go back to design, select everything, object, mirror. There we go. Now it's ready to send. Okay. And again, you just send and choose which layer you want to cut. So I'm not going to show you the cutting portion, but again, we're going to change this to heat transfer smooth right here, which my Silhouette has an auto blade, so it will take and go ahead and automatically adjust. Now, if you'll give me a moment to get the camera angle changed, I will show you everything that we are going to do. Okay, so I've already trimmed down all 3 colors of my vinyl. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is weed it, which is pretty straightforward. If you've watched enough videos, you know what weeding is, which is removing the excess vinyl. But if you're new here, welcome. Sometimes I can repeat myself and get a little absent-minded, but hopefully I'm a pretty good teacher. That's what I've been told, at least. Okie dokie. I can't find my good pick, and I should have grabbed a different one. This one is kind of dull, but you know, it is what it is. And there we go. Now, just so you know, if you're not familiar with the Easy Wooden Pick, this is my favorite tool in the whole wide world. Now, over time of using them, they will get dull, though. I mean, that's just a given. Okay. There's our green layer. Remove the tiny little letters where we use the subtract feature. And last but not least, our blue layer. And you can use any colors that you want. My nephew Aubrey, his daddy's a hunter, and Mike thinks that Aubrey's going to want to hunt, and it's like I tell him, you can't choose what your kids are into. But I figured this would be cute and play on what he's wanting from him. There we go. Now everything is all weeded. Okay, so now we're going to move over to the heat press. I'm caught somewhere. That wheel. There we go. Got the microphone cable caught on the wheel. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is we're going to lay our t-shirt, football ringer, onto our heat press just like we normally do. And actually for this style of shirt, we technically don't need the t-shirt guide, because as you can see with the football ringer like that, you have your straight line and your vinyl has a straight line, because we're not going to want to bring it up that high. We're not going to want to bring that up above the seam. We're going to want to keep it below that seam, because putting vinyl over seams is kind of a pain in the hiney. So, here we go. What I'm doing is taking from each edge to edge, kind of measuring out with my hands. Okay. Looks pretty good to me. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and cover 5 seconds, just like we normally do. 5 to 7, excuse me. We want it stuck, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Okie dokie. So that's on there. Now let's grab our eggs. Okay. So first thing, we're going to place Aubrey's name right there. We'll place our little green egg right there. Place our 2019 right about there. Let's trim that down so we can place our other blue egg over here. And I'm making it so that way I can, and it does, this part doesn't have to be an exact science. It's just kind of placing where you think things look good. Okay. Perfect. Now we'll cover again. And we will heat for the full 15 seconds. But anyways, I really like these shirts. They were something different. That's why we're adding them to the website. Try to keep things fun and unique. We are going to be adding some new colors of HTV glitter as well this week. We're going to be adding the Galaxy Black and the Lady Pink. So be on the lookout for those. I will post on Instagram and Facebook on when they come out or when they're up on the site. Just so you know, we're waiting on them to get here before we list them. So now I'm going to go ahead and reheat this again for another 15 seconds. That gets rid of any of those little marks from where the HTV was, where the plastic to the HTV was, as well as make sure everything is adhered well. Don't be too distracted by my hair. It looks more yellow on camera than it does in person. It's more ashy blonde in person, but I still need to use some more purple shampoo to make it a little bit ashier. But look how cute that is. Didn't that turn out absolutely adorable? So remember, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down below. And if you hit the notification bell icon next to it, that will notify you when I post new videos, or sometimes it will. The more you comment and interact with my channel, the more you'll see, which we post new videos every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Don't forget to check me out on all my social medias, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, as well as my second channel, which is just Betsy Gocher. It's all of where I do all things makeup, crafting for Disney, keto, and CrossFit. But I guess that's it, so we'll see you on the next one. Bye.